I'm Chris Thomas, and on this video I want to show you how to take a video instruction, like one of my video instructions, and turn it into a full black belt workout training. In a smaller setting, I can look at a person individually and identify a problem with their technique and fix it. In a seminar, you're presenting information to a group. Almost all of them experienced practitioners, most of them already black belts. And I have to teach them something so that when they walk away, they go, wow, that was great. I'm so glad I spent my money on the seminar. And so what I might do is I might try to teach them a concept or a principle that they can apply elsewhere, but it's very difficult for people to do that unless we teach that in the context of technique. And so the method I use then is I take a technique and I start to break it down into pieces. And we cover the pieces almost individually, and then we start adding them together until they all fit together. So the method is to take the basic technique and to start break it down into its chunks. Instead of trying to give people the whole thing, I start out with a piece of the movement, and then we practice that piece. And then a different piece of the movement, and we practice that piece. And then maybe we put two pieces together. And then we go back and we take a third piece, and we practice that by itself. And then we add that together, and we just keep piling up. This is called scaffolding. Now, I know this term scaffolding because my son is a teacher, and he has a master's degree in education. He's the one who said, Dad, that's scaffolding. That's the method of education that you're using. I said, oh, well, thanks. Scaffolding. So we take piece at a time. Now, on this next section, you're going to see me actually teaching in a seminar setting. And you're going to see chunk, 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 chunk. You're going to see how I'm like combining the pieces together. So watch this training, which took place in a seminar in Indianapolis. Now we're going to do a central piece of the movement of Tai Chi Chen right now, but we're not going to do it in the slow Tai Chi way. I'll actually give it to you with some energy, so it can be done as a simple karate drill, and it does inform something in your karate, so you don't have to worry that, like, I don't know Tai Chi. You can take this and put it right into your Pinyin Kata without even trying. Just put this scenario in your head. You're a kid, all right, and mom and dad are dragging you around to look at Mount Rushmore or something. They're dragging you around, and you've had to pee for the last hour. So you go, I gotta go potty, Dad. Okay, do that. I gotta go potty, Dad. All right? See? Now when you do this, what you'll see is your weight is on one leg or the other. Your knee crosses a little bit in front, and you squeeze together. Gotta go potty. Okay, so switch sides. Gotta go potty. Gotta go potty. Now, having done that, what we've done is we've done this. We've curled up because when you got to go potty, that's what you do. I want you to got to go potty, but I'd like you to stay upright. So this way, I want you to just be like this, okay? One knee's in front, and that knee is angled in a little bit, and it's squeezed, but you've got that little bit of tension in between your legs. And if you were to run your fingers right here, you would see that what's called the inguinal crease, in Chinese it's called the kwa, it's called collapse. You can feel the fold, okay? That's how it should be. Okay, so you just kind of a little bit like this, a little bit like this, and a little bit like this. Okay, good. Now we're going to try a simple drill. Now we're going to do it again just with a little bit of energy. So you're going to actually kind of oversee, it's kind of a little bit of a slide to it, and I want you to see this. I'm not going straight forward. I go a little bit to the right, a little bit to the left. See, I'm just slightly zigzagging. Got it? So let's try that. So let's assume, maybe he grabs me, and he does that thing where he pushes me back, and then he pulls me towards him. Oh, got to go potty. Okay? So when I get pulled towards him, got to go potty. So what I'm doing is, can you switch legs so they can see? As he pulls, I step outside his leg. Now, how do I know where his foot is? It's under his shoulder. It's always under his shoulder. So I just step outside the line of his shoulder. See where my foot went? My other leg's going to go inside his, and boom, there it is. Now for practice, so we're not beating on each other, I do this. See, I'm squeezing. I'm like holding his leg between my legs. This helps me practice the muscle groups I'm interested in. But this is really critical. I'm not squeezing this way. I'm squeezing this way. Okay? There's that 45 angle there. That's how I get the pressure point inside the knee. But even if I miss the pressure point, I still have the leg. I still have the angle on the leg, and I have control of the leg. If he's punching me, right, what am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to do brush, pass, right? Okay, so the Tai Chi version of that is no different. It's only what you do at the end that becomes a little bit different. So here's the thing. So if I go like this is my sort of standard Ryukyu Kempo version. Lock it in, see how I've grabbed. Maybe I'm going to go here. Gosh, that looks like something you were doing 5 minutes ago. Okay? The Tai Chi version is more like this. Oh, I'm so tired. Okay? Do you see? I'm not doing anything. I'm not reaching like, I got to get over. There was no reach. It's just, whoa, I'm so tired. What I do is I just relaxed, because the first rule of Tai Chi is relax. The second rule of Tai Chi is no, really, relax. I get no credit for that. I learned that from a Tai Chi teacher named Rick Barrett. So I got to train with Rick once, and it was very helpful. I love training with Tai Chi people who've got any insight at all, and Rick was the guy who did. And that was one of the things he said, and so I stole it from him. Just see if you can get this feeling of just relax. So let's do, we'll be mother of, repetition is the mother of learning. Let's do that. So now he punches with that hand, brush, boom, boom, just bring it up and then just relax. Boom, 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 relax. This is a training drill, but I want you to end up each time just standing like this with your partner. So you're going to just hands relaxed and down. So again, you're just going to go here, 1, and then just let your arms hang down. 2, boom, let your arms hang down. Just let gravity do the work. The only thing you're going to find out, the only thing you have to think about is this. If when I'm here, see where this is, and I go like this, it works okay, but not as great. If I get past the midpoint of my forearm like this, and then I go down, it works every time. So that's the only thing you have to pay attention to. You want your hand just past the midpoint of your forearm, anywhere from there to your elbow. As soon as it's there, you just relax, and it will automatically do the work for you. Gravity is a wonderful tool. Use it well. Okay, so just try that little simple drill, back and forth a few times, few repetitions, and then trade sides. So I go 1, I go 2, but at this point, instead of grabbing like I would as a karate guy, as a Ryukyu Kempo practitioner, or I don't know, was an Arnis practitioner, what I do is I relax, I just get heavy, and I have to move towards him. And when I do that, my arm slides over. Now, you go, well, yeah, but what if he is bringing that arm back? See, it's the same thing. It doesn't really matter. And what I'm doing now is I go, whoa, oh, got to go potty. And you see, without trying, just my arms are just dangling. I have control over his body. Okay, that's what I want you to try next. Punch comes. This is just brush, grab, strike, right? Brush, grab, strike. Ah! You can do brush, grab, strike, I hope. So it's 1, 2. The only thing that's different between everything you've always done and this is that when you do this, you just relax. And your hand slides over on its own. Now watch my body. Watch this. See this right here? Right? That's no wind up. Did you see it? There was no wind up. I didn't go just body turn. Okay? That's just body turn. Look at my footwork. Got to go potty, Dad. Just right there. So first you have to understand the position of the arm. The arm has to be like this. See that? See how my elbow's bent and my wrist is bent. See, it turns out if I have these two bends, this is really strong and stable. And it's very difficult for me to suffer an injury to my joints because what's supporting me entirely is muscle and tendon, which means I have the natural shock absorbers of the body. The movement looks like this. Okay, see? You notice how my arm swings, reaches about here, and then boom. You notice I'm doing a gotta go potty. See that? Now, I'm going to give you something useful. If, as you do this, if you kind of swing your arm, 1, this is actually how we're going to practice it. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. Okay? And you have to learn not to go 3, but to go 3. Right? That's the only thing that's tricky, is learning that. Once you learn that, everything is easy. Here's what goes with that. If instead of worrying about turning your body, you think about squeezing your legs together because you have to go potty so bad, then let that squeezing action move you, it's much easier. If I think twist, that's hard. If I think squeeze, that's easy. Okay? So please stand up. We're going to try this. So here's how we're going to layer this together. I'm going to take my time. I feeds that first one. I'm just going to make sure I get this. Okay, there I good. Now I'm going to, in one movement, I got to go potty. Now, please see where the hit goes, but I'm not going to hit him because he's my friend and I'd like to have that continue. So what we're going to do is this. I'm going to let this out a little bit and just use my whole forearm so it just spreads across his body. Be careful about doing this. Don't do that. Just, all you have to do is turn your body, turn. And just let your arm do the work. This is not the hit. You want to practice the hit, do what I do. Use a makawara. Serious. See what I did? I just turned. Right? You just see how I pivoted on the ball of my foot and just lift my heel. Just practice that to get that feeling, and then see if you can go from there to with this. Okay? Can you try that? Sir. Now let me show you. I'm going to have you work on how to get that other hand in there. If you see how my body's moving, the same motion that is bringing my knee across is the motion that's bringing my arm across. So this kind of motion is very, we actually we have a word for it that I use, is positive energy. In other words, my body, everything's moving the same way, okay? So, but if you look at this shoulder is actually moving away. Do you see that? So where's the energy for this hit coming from? Well, it comes from this shoulder retreating. See? As this shoulder pulls back, this hand comes towards me. That's how I'm doing it. I'm borrowing this energy. Boom. That's it. And here's how you're going to practice it. You're going to do this leg work and put this hand up, but don't go hit. Just twist, squeeze, and let your shoulder be pulled away. See how my shoulder's being pulled away? And the arm, just relax the arm and just let it come in. It'll just do the work. You don't have to do anything, okay? So we're going to try this. Please stand up. I want to hit, I'm going to hit him 3 times, okay, what I call points of contact. 3 points of contact. I'm going to hit him with 3 strikes. So I want 2 of them on one side and 1 on the other. In acupuncture, this is known as +1 needling, where you put equal numbers of needles and then you have 1 more needle on like the yin side rather than the yang side. It can be meridian pairings or it can be literally right side, left side of the body. +1 needling. So it's the same principle. I want to create some kind of imbalance. And the other thing I want to do is I actually want every one of these lines to be different. So the line of this strike, when done properly, and the line of my leg are not identical. The leg is hitting this way and this strike is hitting that way. So I have 2 slightly divergent lines happening. But I need a new line coming from a completely different direction. So the way it works is he feeds this attack. I go here, boom, right? I think that one technique, I easily could have spent the whole hour just on that one technique, working each of the elements and then starting to pile them on top of each other, put them together. Now, afterwards, people are like, wow, that was great. Thank you so much. That's just wonderful. It was so helpful. It was tremendous knowledge. Now, imagine what that would mean if you were doing that once a month or twice a month in your own school. If you had a special black belt only training and you brought them in and you said, okay, we're going to study this technique and I'm going to show you stuff that you've never seen before. And then you use that same method. You break it down into pieces. You should one hand, the other hand, the feet, piece at a time. Just look at the elements, piece at a time, piece at a time. A 10-minute piece of video instruction, 5 to 10 minutes of video instruction from my website translates easily into between 30 and 60 minutes of actual class time, training, learning something that's really advanced, that's really knowledgeable, and that's really good. Something your black belts will go, wow, I got to stay at this school. Something that will give them a reason to keep giving you money and keep supporting the school financially. I'm Chris Thomas. These are some reflections from the MasterClass. Thanks for watching. Now go train.